Hey guys, I am Kristina and welcome back to my channel. So a lot of you guys have been asking me to do a video showing how I do my makeup, and I'll be more than happy to do it for you guys. However, for me, maybe I was like thinking, oh, I just have one makeup look, guys. I'm not even going to front. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to do, guys, is use my Benefit Precisely Brow pencil. I do get it from Sephora. If you guys see me looking down, it's because I'm looking in my mirror here. This is the travel one. They're sold out of the full length one. The full length one is this one right here. It does have a brush on the end that I'll be using. And I personally, guys, I can't find like a good brow person here. And as you guys probably know by now, I don't like going to... On Saturdays, I want to chill or do something for me. And my me time tend to be chilling. And so I don't have time to be doing that. So I just sometimes take out probably the arch. Just take out a few, eyebrow or here, and that's it. So what I'm going to do, guys, to fill out my eyebrow is put a line from the bottom of my brow all the way to the end. And I'm going to do it in a arch. So I'm going to be looking down on the mirror. And what I do to make it easier, I do, hold here a little bit or pull it up with my finger. And I just go at the bottom. And I put in a curve, just like that. And then what I'm going to do is go to the top. And the natural curve that is already there, I'm just going to line it as well. And then I'm just going to fill my brow out where I think I would want it to be filled. So that's what we have so far. Okay, so that's with that brow filled. And then what I'll do, I will go in with my brush again, and I'll just brush out the front of my eyebrow to thin it out. And then I'll just brush normal. Again, it always starts off looking crazy, guys, like always. And then we're going to do the same thing over the other brow. In the front here, I tend to just draw down. So just like that. And that's what we're working with right here. And then, as I mentioned, I am just going to brush the front part out and brush the sides out a bit, and that's what we have. Looks crazy, but guys, watch how it's going to come in. I literally promise you guys that it's going to come in. Then what I'm going to do is use my MAC concealer, the Studio Finish concealer. You could use whatever concealer that you guys have. That's another thing too, guys. Like, I really think that if you are applying the products, really good, it doesn't necessarily matter what product it is. Most time I would say, because any concealer works. And then what I'm going to do is, I don't put concealer under the front part of my brow. I just put it in the arch. And for me, I find that it gives me like a better arch. And what I simply do is, where I want most highlighted or most arch, I just put the concealer there. And see, immediately have my eyebrow looking less crazy than how it looked initially. And then I'll just pull this part down, and this will be the only place that I want to highlight. And then I'll do the same for my other brow. As you can already see, stop looking, you know, crazy, or it looks less crazy, let's say that. And then I'll just brush it out. Let me see. And this is how it's looking so far. And then what I will do, I go in with just a concealer brush, and I just brush the bottom out to blend it into my skin. And I do the same to this bottom part here. Okay, so that's what we're looking like for the bottom. And then what I do, I use the same brush, but this time I use my foundation and I put some in my concealer container, just a little bit, and I use that part for the top part of my eyebrows because I want to get a line there as well, or a shape. No, I am a lash girly. I love a lash. I know a lot of people don't like lashes, or they haven't found the perfect lash yet. For me, with this look, I think it looks really good with lashes. And honestly, guys, I could pull off most lashes. So I got this one from Amazon that I'll be using. It's very, what would I say? Very natural looking. It's like a wispy lash. I'll put the link for this lash. If you guys would like, you guys could probably double it as well. If you want a little bit more volume, which I tend to do from time to time, but for this one, I'll just keep it, you know, single. So I personally, guys, use my hair glue because I do not like the white. I haven't found that white glue yet that's gonna keep my lashes from not lifting, and I don't want to be in public and my lashes lifting. I do not want that. Like, I gave up on these for weeks because of that. So what I'm going to do is just put the glue on the lash line, as I'm just putting this on. I remember when I didn't know how to put on lashes yet, and I would watch tutorials and all. Came a long way. Alright, so this is the lash. I'm just gonna blow on it a little bit, and we're gonna go ahead and put it on. For me personally, I think a lash lifts your face significantly. I think it elevates your look. And if you don't want to wear any lashes, maybe you could put on like a lot of, what you call it, mascara. That also works. And this is how it looks with lash or without lash. But as I mentioned, this one is a bit thin, so I'll put mascara on it as afterwards. Then we're gonna do the left. Okay, so this is with the lashes on. I will put some mascara on it at the end. But for now, we are on the roll. I am going to be using my Hydro Milk primer. And guys, I have been using this for years. And honestly, I'm a person where if it's not broken, it's not, I don't need to fix it. So maybe, you know, there is another good one on the market or that's new, but honestly this has been working for me. And what I do, I just put it into my face as if I'm putting on like face cream and all. And one thing that I did change probably like 3 years ago, I used to use like MAC. I tried the Fenty, but honestly it was just not for me. Is my foundation, which is the Born This Way 24-hour undetectable. And guys, let me tell you, this is the holy grail of my foundation routine. And apparently I don't have the perfect shade because my face is a little bit darker than my body. I'm working on that as we speak actually. So I use the maple and chai, and what I do, I use 2 scoops of chai and 1 scoop of maple, and that is literally how I get my perfect shade. And then I just mix it on like one of these case, whichever one I have, and then that's how I get my shade. Now what I do is, I personally realized that using one of these sponges or brushes and stuff like that, this works awesome for me when it comes down to blending my foundation. All I do is I spray it. You could use water. I'm just using the airbrush spray to spray it. And then what I do, I just go in over my face. And I'm gonna do half first and show you the next half with how well this blends. And remember when I was doing my eyebrows, this is the reason why I use my foundation on the top of my eyebrows, so that way I don't have to go too close to my eyebrows if I don't want to, but my my foundation is already there, so it would just blend effortlessly. So see how gorgeous it already looks. And this is the difference, half and half. And as you can see, this side now matches with my complexion seamlessly. We're just gonna do the same thing over here. Like I've done the brushes, I've done this, you know, sponge, and a lot of times I think that when something comes out trending and people say, oh, this is easier for me and all, and then we try to go with the trend, but we just have to find what works for us best. And I find that this works for me best. And then there's also like a foundation brush that's pretty good as well, but I found that for me this sponge makes my skin, my foundation literally look like skin. So I always try to leave some of my foundation that I mixed. I try to leave a little bit of it on my on the thing that I mixed it on. The reason for this is because when I do go in with my contouring, my highlighting, or even sometimes my contouring, I want to ensure that just in case I probably make sure you hit those airlines. I want to make sure that there'll be a little bit there just in case I might have to touch up, because sometimes when you're doing your foundation you might have to do a little bit of touching up, and that is totally fine. Trying to go a little bit faster. Okay. Okay. So I didn't do much under eye because I know, as I mentioned, I'm going to be going in with my concealer there. And it's what I use again is Born This Way multi, what is this? Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer in the color Butterscotch. And what I'm going to do is, again, I know there's a lot of trend there, but this is the one that still works for me, so sorry, I am not going to be changing it. And I'm just going to highlight the areas that I want to be highlighted. I know some people does here, guys, but I personally don't. I just do what works for me. Now what I'm going to do is go in with one of my concealer brushes, my flat one, and then I just do like a U beneath my eyes. Just like that. And I do the same here. And don't worry if you get some in your eyeshadow or you get some wherever, that's totally fine. Just do the best that you can do. And I will leave it like this because sometimes I feel like I have, you know, an excess on my brush that I probably need to get rid of. So I'll go into the other areas as I'm doing now. And then I just try to take it over the eyeshadow. No. Okay. So this is this part. A lot of times, some people have problems with blending or might not be able to blend this the best. I remember when I said that I left some foundation, and this is what I do. I go back with my foundation sponge. I don't take a lot of foundation. I just wet it just because I feel like I don't have enough on it. But on my hand, you can see that there's a bit on it, and you see the lines. I literally put my foundation to where the lines is, and that is how I get rid of my lines. Because remember, blend is technically just having your makeup, you know, the makeup shouldn't show where the line starts and where it ends. And what I'll do, I'll just go in with this and I'll literally just, you know, blend it or press on it or just try to get rid of the lines. And look, the lines are gone, lines are here. So we're going to do the same over here. And that's the reason why I do love the sponge so much, or the sponge technique, because it makes it so much easier for me to blend. Again, I'm not a makeup artist or anything, but I do like a high effort look with minimal or low effort. Okay. And I'm going to do the same up here. And then beneath my eyes, I feel like, you know, I have some surplus there, so I'm just going to go beneath. The pointed part here is so clutch. And then I'm going to come in the middle of my brow here, again, so clutch. And then I'm just going to, you know, press on the nose part. And then in the sides of my eyes if I need, because I'm going to be going in with my contour there, so it will blend back out effortlessly. I feel on this side, let me see, okay, alright, yeah, I feel on this side we could take a little bit more highlight to match. Okay, ready. Okay, we're just gonna blend a little bit more, and yeah. You know, again, when we talk about the trend, the baking trend and all, I personally, I don't bake. I just take some of this, I'm gonna tell you the name. It's like, what's the name of it? Translucent powder. Yeah, it's like a translucent loose powder. And I just go where I had put my concealer. And again, only where I've put the concealer, but especially under the bottom part of my eyes. And it does brighten it up a little bit, but it does give the foundation, like not the foundation, the concealer that I put there, like it makes it matte, which I love. And I just put it in the areas I mentioned that I did put my concealer. And even now, guys, you see how it is pulling together from the eyebrows that started a little crazy, and then now we are at the highlights, and now that's starting off a little bit crazy, but you'll see how it will come in. So we're basically like reconstructing our face in the grand scheme of things. Snatch our face now, and I'll be using the Fenty in Thick Mint. And I'll be using it with just a regular brush I got from what you call it, Sephora, but if you want the exact name, is Pro Contour 79. This is how the color looks. And then what I'm going to be doing is just brushing it on my cheekbone. When I'm brushing it in my head, I'm like, okay, I am building my cheekbone, so that way it will give me, you know, that snatched, you know, look, that high cheekbone look. And what I do, I just simply just brush it in to my skin, and just like that, look on this cheek to this cheek. This one looking a little bit chunky, and then this one is looking snatched. Now for my jawline, I literally draw angle down, or a brush angle down. So a little bit up here, but as I go down, I want less to be showing at the front. And look on this side to that side. And then what I'm going to do is just go to where my hairline is, and I'm going to brush in my hairline. Okay. So we're going to be going in with Thick Mint from Fenty Beauty. Again, I'm just using like a regular brush, to be honest. And what I'll do is from this part of my nose I'll make like a V, like a long V. And I tend to even go over it like a few times. Alright, so again, I'm gonna do the V. So, okay. And this is how it always looks. It starts off crazy, but guys, only thing you have to do is get a brush and blend. If you feel like you blend too much, you can always put it back. If you feel like you blend too little, you could always go back in and blend some more. Okay, where is my brush? Okay, and this one I'm just using the Pro Contour 57. And then I'm just going to be blending on the edges that's closer to my concealer. First, at least. And while I'm doing this, I'll just blend it back into my eyebrows or my eyeshadow. We're gonna be going in with my lip pencil. This one is from MAC. I've been using it for, sorry about that, for literally years. And this color is called Chestnut. So all I do, I go from the bottom of my lip, just like that. And then the top, I do like an X, like that. And then I just pull the corners down. Then I do the same over here. So just like that. Then what I do is I just draw like little strokes down into my lip. Oh, got some in my pen on my teeth. So like that. Starts off looking crazy, that's fine. And then I go into my corners of my lips. And then I do the same down at the bottom as well. Okay. Now what I do is ensure that in the middle of my lips are dry, and then I go in with like a pink lips gloss, and then I just put it in the inner heart. And then I blend my lips. Put a little bit more. Same inner. And do the same thing. Okay. And then I'll go back and see if anything that needs to be lined, but everything actually looks perfect in regards to the lining. Then what I'll do is I like this gloss. I think it's called Gloss Bomb in Fussy, I'm guessing. And I'll just put some over it. I have a lot on my teeth. And then I'll just put over my entire lip. Like this. And then have some on my teeth. Okay, so as I'm wrapping up, I just go back and look on the things that I want to change about my face or add. Now I'm going to go in with just a black, you can use any black eyeshadow, guys. This one is from MAC, and I'm just going to use a regular brush, and then beneath the bottom of my eyes, I'm going to go in and I'm going to add like some drama to the bottom part of my lid. That doesn't give too much volume, just something to show that I am here. And I am just going to put it on my falsies, which are my false lashes. And then just going to, okay. And then I'm gonna put some on my bottom lashes as well. Okay. Alright, so we are finished with this part, but the part that our husbands and boyfriends and people who are waiting on us love to hear is this part. So what I go in with first is my all-nighter spray, because I just did my lashes with the mascara and I don't want to mess them up. I'm just going to put my hand here. Okay. That's when they know that, okay, we're really about to get ready. You can fan this one out. If I wasn't gonna put something else on my face, I wouldn't fan it out, but because I am gonna fan it out. And I'm just drying it, guys. Whatever you can use to dry it, go ahead and do that. Okay. Then the next thing I'm going to go in with is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Party All Night, Stay All Day from, I think, what's this girl called? Is it a girl? I don't even know at this point. But yeah, this one. And I'm only using this, guy, because my favorite one is the Patrick Star one, but that is sold out. like I checked everywhere. So gonna do the same thing. Okay. And you can let it stay if you want to, or you could dry it, but I'm okay, guys, and that is the look. Sometimes it's all about just trusting the process and waiting for things to literally just work into your face or absorb into your face. Starting off with just my eyebrows, it started looking crazy, and I think that's the reason why for years it literally took me a while to learn how to do my makeup, not only well, but to also feel confident when I'm out in public that my makeup does look good. It doesn't have to look good for everybody, it just needs to look good for me. And that took me years to feel like that. I think we'll talk about that in another video that I'll probably do. But I'm not a makeup artist. I have zero intent to be a makeup artist. Like, I just want to be able to put myself together, to go out in the world and be the best representation of me. I can do that with or without a face. But if I'm going to be putting something on my skin or on my body, I want to feel confident. And yeah, this definitely does that. This is my go-to look. In 99% of the time, this is how I do my makeup. The most that I'll change from time to time is probably my lip gloss, depending. But apart from that, this is my look. And yeah, if you guys have any question and stuff like that, this is my first makeup tutorial, so take time with me, comment it below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Bye.